Have you ever felt it? Someone treats you with coldness, talks behind your back, looks at you with quiet resentment. And the worst part? You never gave them a reason. No betrayal, no disrespect, no attack. Yet somehow, they hate you. Here's the truth most people never accept. Not all hatred is earned. Some of it is revealed. Stoic philosophy teaches this uncomfortable lesson. When people hate you for no reason, it's rarely about who you are. It's about what your existence forces them to face in themselves. Your discipline, your independence, your refusal to play their games. Today, we'll uncover 10 behaviors shared by people who hate you for no reason. Not so you can fight them, not so you can explain yourself, but so you can see clearly, detach emotionally, and protect your peace. Stay with me, because once you understand this, you'll stop shrinking and start standing unshaken. 1. They constantly downplay your success. At first, it's subtle. You share a win, a promotion, progress at the gym, a personal breakthrough. They smile, but their words shrink it. Anyone could do that. Yeah, but it's not that impressive. You just got lucky. This behavior isn't honesty. It's defense. Stoic philosophy reminds us people don't resent your failure. They resent your proof that improvement is possible. Your success becomes a mirror, and what they see reflected back is everything they avoided becoming. So they minimize, they trivialize, they rewrite the story, so they don't have to rewrite themselves. Marcus Aurelius warned about this centuries ago. When you are disturbed by someone's behavior, look first at what belief inside them demands it. A grounded Stoic doesn't argue, doesn't defend, doesn't seek validation. Why? Because your progress doesn't need permission. The correct response is quiet clarity. Notice the pattern: withdraw emotional investment, continue building in silence. Say nothing. Let results speak. Remember this. When someone keeps reducing your achievements, they're not measuring you, they're measuring their own stagnation. Affirmation: I don't shrink my growth to protect another person's ego. 2. They copy you, then criticize you. Watch this carefully. They adopt your habits, your language, your mindset, even your goals. But right after that, they start attacking the very things they copied. They mock your discipline, question your intentions, undermine the path they secretly admire. This contradiction confuses most people, but Stoicism makes it clear: imitation mixed with criticism is envy in disguise. They want what you have, without admitting you earned it. So they copy to feel closer to your level and criticize to avoid feeling inferior. Epictetus would say this is a soul divided against itself. One part desires growth, the other refuses responsibility. A Stoic does not expose them, does not confront them emotionally, does not compete. Why? Because imitation already confirms your position. So the correct move is distance with dignity. No explanations, no correction, no emotional reaction. Let them wrestle with the contradiction alone. Remember, people who criticize what they copy are confessing without words. Affirmation: I don't argue with those who are secretly studying me. 3. They misinterpret everything you say. You speak calmly, they hear arrogance. You set a boundary, they call it hostility. You stay silent, they accuse you of manipulation. Nothing you say lands clean. This isn't miscommunication, it's projection. Stoic philosophy teaches people don't hear reality, they hear themselves. Their unresolved anger, shame, or insecurity filters every word you speak. So your neutral actions feel threatening. Your confidence feels offensive. Your silence feels like judgment. Marcus Aurelius warned against this trap. Do not be dragged into the theater of other people's impressions. A Stoic understands one thing clearly: You are not responsible for how others distort your words. Trying to clarify only feeds the distortion. Explaining invites more accusations. Defending yourself hands them control. That the disciplined response? Speak less. Say only what is necessary. Let consistency replace conversation. Clarity over comfort. Peace over persuasion. Because when someone insists on misunderstanding you, understanding was never their goal. Affirmation. I don't explain myself to those committed to misunderstanding me. 4. They enjoy seeing you struggle. Watch their reaction closely when your life gets hard, not when you're winning, but when you're exhausted, overwhelmed, or failing quietly. They don't offer real support. They don't lean in with concern. Sometimes, there's a strange calm in their eyes, almost relief. This isn't empathy missing by accident. This is comparison at work. Stoic philosophy explains this without sugarcoating it. People who feel powerless inside seek emotional balance by watching others fall. Your struggle tells them, maybe I'm not behind after all. And that thought brings them comfort, so they minimize your pain, they give shallow encouragement, or they disappear when you need them most. Marcus Aurelius warned that small souls measure life vertically. They need someone below them to feel tall. A Stoic does not collapse into bitterness here, and they do not perform suffering to be seen. Instead, they become quietly self-contained. You stop explaining how hard it is. You stop updating people who don't deserve access. You rebuild without an audience. Why? Because struggle observed by the wrong people turns into entertainment, and the Stoic never hands out free tickets. You heal privately, you grow silently, and when strength returns, they feel uneasy again. Affirmation. I recover in silence. I rise without announcement. 5. They talk about you, never to you. They seem to know everything about you, your intentions, your motives, your personality. Yet they've never asked you a single honest question. You hear their opinions indirectly, through changes in behavior, through other people's words. Stoicism calls this what it is, avoidance of reality. Speaking to you risks correction. Speaking about you protects their narrative. Epictetus made this clear centuries ago. People gossip because truth requires courage, and gossip does not. A Stoic understands something most people miss. Rumors don't spread because they're true. They spread because they're convenient. Convenient for insecure people to bond. Convenient for cowards to feel important. Convenient for those who would rather talk than face themselves. The mistake most people make is chasing the story, explaining, clarifying, defending. But here is the Stoic rule. Anything you defend in the dark gains power over you. So you don't hunt whispers, you don't correct lies told behind your back, you don't beg for a fair hearing, you live clean, you stay consistent, you let time expose the difference between noise and character. Because eventually, people notice. One person is calm and focused, the other is always explaining someone else. Affirmation. I let truth mature. I don't chase rumors. 6. They challenge you over small things. Every interaction feels tense, not openly hostile, but always resistant. A simple opinion turns into an argument. A neutral comment becomes a correction. A minor decision sparks opposition. It's never about the topic, it's about power. Stoic philosophy teaches that people who feel insignificant fight battles that don't matter because they are afraid of the ones that do. They challenge details because they cannot challenge direction. They nitpick words because they have no vision of their own. Marcus Aurelius warned against this trap clearly. Do not waste your limited life force on people who need friction to feel alive. A Stoic does not debate endlessly, does not raise their voice, does not prove intelligence to insecure minds. Instead, they simplify. Short answers. Neutral tone. No emotional fuel. You don't correct every misunderstanding. You don't win every exchange. You don't need the last word. Because the Stoic understands something critical, every unnecessary argument is a withdrawal from your mental capital. And mental capital is finite, so you save your strength for things that build life, not conversations that drain it. You step back, you disengage, and without opposition, their need for conflict starves. Affirmation. I reserve my energy for battles that shape my life. 7. They withhold basic respect. This behavior is easy to miss because it's never loud. They don't insult you directly. They don't openly attack you. Instead, they do something quieter and more calculated. They ignore your presence. They avoid eye contact. They respond late or not at all. They treat your time as disposable. Just enough disrespect to make you question your own worth. Stoic philosophy names this clearly: passive aggression rooted in insecurity. When someone cannot dominate you openly, they attempt to diminish you subtly. Withholding respect becomes their last form of control. Marcus Aurelius warned that weak characters try to regain power, not by improving themselves, but by lowering others. Here is where most people make a mistake. They chase acknowledgement. They try to be nicer, and they overextend, hoping to earn basic decency. But Stoicism draws a hard line. Respect that must be negotiated is not respect at all. A Stoic does not plead for courtesy, does not demand attention, does not mirror disrespect with emotion. Instead, they raise standards. You reduce access, you limit proximity, you become selective with your energy. Calm boundaries replace emotional reactions. And something interesting happens over time. People who relied on your availability feel the loss. People who expected tolerance meet distance instead. And without confrontation, without drama, the power dynamic quietly resets. Affirmation. I don't negotiate for basic respect. 8. They assume bad intentions. No matter what you do, they assign the worst possible motive. You stay quiet. They call you arrogant. You speak up. They accuse you of seeking attention. You help. They say you're manipulating. Nothing is neutral in their eyes. Stoic philosophy explains this with brutal clarity. People interpret others through the lens of their own inner conflict. They don't see you. They see their fear, guilt, or resentment reflected outward. This is projection. Marcus Aurelius warned against falling into this trap. Never accept an accusation that says more about the accuser than the accused. The instinctive reaction is to correct them, to explain intentions, to clarify context, to defend character. But the Stoic knows something vital. Correcting false assumptions accepts a false premise. So you don't argue motives. You don't debate narratives. You don't chase understanding from someone committed to misunderstanding. Instead, you let your actions remain boringly consistent. Same standards, same discipline, same behavior over time, and slowly their accusations weaken. Because assumptions need emotional fuel to survive, consistency starves them. Eventually, others see the contrast. One person is steady, the other is always suspicious. Affirmation. I let consistency destroy false narratives. 9. They compete. When there is no competition. You're not competing, but they are. You're focused on your path. They're measuring every move. Your progress becomes a threat. Your calm becomes an insult. Suddenly, everything is a contest. Who works harder? Who knows more? Who suffers more? Stoic philosophy calls this what it is: inner emptiness disguised as ambition. People who are grounded don't race others, they race themselves. Those who feel behind turn life into a scoreboard to avoid facing that truth. Epictetus taught that comparison is slavery, because it hands control of your peace to someone else's position. A Stoic refuses to enter imaginary competitions. You don't rush your growth. You don't announce milestones. You don't explain your pace. You walk your path as if no one is watching. And this is where power shifts. Because the moment you stop competing, you become unpredictable, untouchable. They can't provoke you. They can't bait you. They can't win against someone who isn't playing. Affirmation. I walk my path without rivals. 10. They never take responsibility. Pay attention to this final behavior. It ties everything together. Nothing is ever their fault. Their failures are caused by others. Their bitterness is always justified. Their resentment always has a villain, and often that villain becomes you. Stoic philosophy is uncompromising here. Refusing responsibility is a refusal to grow. Blame is easier than self-examination. Resentment is easier than discipline. Marcus Aurelius warned that people who avoid accountability will spend their lives at war with reality. A Stoic does not argue with blame, does not try to prove innocence, does not seek fairness from those who reject truth. Instead, you step back. You observe patterns, you document behavior, and you disengage quietly. Because people who refuse responsibility inevitably collapse under the weight of their own excuses. You don't need revenge. You don't need closure. You don't need an apology. Time handles it. Affirmation. I step away from those who refuse accountability. Stoic Response Guide. How to handle them. Here is the Stoic framework that changes everything. 1. Observe, don't absorb. Their behavior is information, not instruction. 2. Detach from approval. The moment you stop needing to be liked, you regain power. 3. Protect peace over image. Your calm is worth more than being understood. Remember this line. Their hatred does not define you. Your response defines you. Affirmation. I choose clarity over validation. Final word. If you recognize these behaviors, don't feel anger, feel clarity. Because now you understand something most people never do. Not everyone who dislikes you deserves an explanation. Stoicism was never about fixing others. It was about mastering yourself. Stand firm, stay disciplined, and let your life speak. If this resonated, comment below. I choose clarity over validation. Like the video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Final affirmation. I remain steady no matter who resists me.